aren't fighting. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show.
Schnozz.
With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Thursday afternoon, the 10th of August, 2023. And you're joining us for an historic day, fellas. An historic day. The question will finally be answered today. Who, amongst the big show, has the biggest schnoz? Mogi, you excited, mate?
I am, mate. I'm pretty pumped about it. I know the listeners are.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I've been getting stopped on the streets. I've been getting emails. I've been getting phone calls. I've been getting messages on the Instagram, the threads, the Twitter, the Facebook. Everybody wants to know, when are we going to decide it once and for all? And how are people going to handle it? How's the loser, the so-called loser,
Yeah.
The winner of sorts, isn't it? Because you win. You've got the biggest.
However you look at it, Keezy, and that's good. I think that's good that you
It's
have
a
that
good
attitude.
mind
That
frame to take into it.
You're a winner in that scenario, and as well you should, buddy.
Wait, hang on. Can you not start carrying on like I've already won it?
That's great stuff. I like your attitude there. Looking very smart too, by the way, there in your waffle green shirt.
Thanks, Jace. Can we not act like I've already lost the competition / won it? Thank you, though. I've got my nice shirt on there. You've got a nice button-up number on. Is that Planet 8?
Yeah, I'm not happy about the shirt, actually.
Why is that?
Well, because it is actually a good shirt, but I'm wearing something underneath it, and it's a bit too tight. And since I've been going to the gym...
Is it a brassiere?
The old buzzies have really
it is a
expanded
brassiere.
out.
Yeah.
Jace, you always wear two shirts, eh? Two shirts, Jace.
Two shirts and one bra, Hoyt.
Well, it was just a little bit chilly today, so I needed a few more layers. But no, seriously, it's going to be a massive Schnozz.
What?
So, let's kick it off with a massive tune, a bit of AC/DC for you.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed, AC/DC there to kick off the big show this Thursday afternoon. And it is a big day. Things are finally going to be decided regarding who in the Big Show team has the biggest schnoz. We have a plastic surgeon by the name of Dr De Chalain, I believe.
I think he's from.
A genuine plastic surgeon coming in to do the measuring and so forth.
I hope he's a smoke show.
Yeah, same, man.
Hey.
Really?
Well, De Chalain sounds pretty hot.
It does. A plastic surgeon with a French name, Keezy.
Yes, so good.
I hope he wears a cravat, Mogi. You know what I mean?
And cologne.
Yes. My name is Dr. De Chalain.
I'm from Cologne. Can you smell my cologne?
I hope he's just a regular
And
Kiwi
he
bloke.
smokes heaps of darts.
Yeah. Ooh wee. Hey, with that in mind, the big show today, big poll today. Sorry, very, very simple.
Hang on.
Hang on.
The big poll.
Now you can go.
Who do you think New Zealand has the biggest schnoz in the big show?
That's
Woody
right.
J, Keezy, or Minogio? Very simple.
Text us on 3483 your opinions.
Yes.
You can also vote on the Hodaki Big Show Instagram story or call us on 0800 Hodaki. And as Jace mentioned, 5 o'clock today we find out once and for all. Now, what happens once we find out is what I want to know.
Well, look, I just think it's something that's been festering for a while, and I see you getting more and more keyed up about it, Keezy, and getting worked up about it. Mogi and I are pretty relaxed.
Pretty chilled, man.
We're pretty chilled about the whole idea. I just think it's just good to put a line under it and be done with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So whoever it might be that has the biggest nose, it's done, it's dusted, everyone celebrates that person.
Nobody ever mentions it ever again.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
That's how I imagine it going.
Yes,
Like,
same.
nobody ever brings it up ever again.
So whoever
nobody
loses,
texts us in
yeah,
about it.
no
messages. Like
No
if you're walking
comments.
down the street, nobody's going to scream out backbone 1 second and you massive honker the next. You know, there'll be none of that going on.
No.
Everyone will understand. We've worked out who's got the biggest one. Let's let it all just go, just rest and never be mentioned again.
All right.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, to be honest with you, Mogi, it's a fait accompli. But I mean, it's good to actually have the scientific backing behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the actual scientific backing.
There has been some suggestion on the interweb, hasn't there, Keezy, in terms of how the measurements are going to be done. People suggesting that we have plaster of Paris moulds made of our schnozzes,
And then fill it with
and then
water.
you work it out who can fit the most mils of beer in it. It's like a shoey, but with a schnoz.
Yeah.
Snozzy.
A snozzer. And I think there's some value in that.
Oh, absolutely. We could turn, like, for example, you could turn Jace's one into a pint.
Well, I was going to say, you could take yours home, Keezy, and make a pot plant out of it. You know what I mean?
Actually, Mike, I was thinking you can take yours home and turn it into a bathtub.
So it begins.
But there's already heaps of texts on 3483. Keep them coming. We'll get into those next show. Because
good stuff, Keezy.
they're not friendly.
Oh.
This one's good. Jace has the biggest honker by far. Someone here says pugs.
Pugs. He's got a
big-nosed
tiny
pugs.
little snout.
Yeah, pathetic.
It's incredible, though. Like, the texts that are coming through, it's pretty even.
Yeah.
It's pretty even.
That's why we
and
need a
even in the
professional.
room, it's hard to pick, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick, Keezy?
Which is
go
ironic.
On, go on. Yeah.
Because your nose is very easy to pick because it's massive.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
No, you
ruined it,
Mogi.
God, I thought you had a better sense of beat than you did there. But hey, listen, if you're just joining us, by the way, we have a very special guest coming in after 5 o'clock today, Dr De Chalain, who is a plastic surgeon, and he will be doing an official measuring of the Big Show noses to decide who takes out the coveted title of biggest Schnozz.
Yep, we're hoping to put this thing to bed once and for all, figure out and have definitive proof that yes, Mogi does have the biggest nose out of all of us. A lot of texts coming in on 3483.
What's the vibe, Keezy?
To be honest, it's just everyone going in on all three of us.
It's all over the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it sort of evenly split, the abuse, or is it favouring one or t'other, or is it pretty even?
No, it is pretty even. Mike has the biggest schnoz. Cheers. Keezy for sure. Minogue the biggest schnoz for sure. Hashtag Gonzo. Mike Minogues. Keezy, a.k.a. Grover.
I haven't heard any Hoity J's in there, to be honest with you.
Oh, you want some Hoity J? If we're doing it by volume, surely it's Hoity J. It's like a deformed spud. Happy now, Jace.
I tell you what,
Hoity Snorter is the moving fleshy monolith reported by the astronauts on the International Space Station.
Are you happy now, Jace?
Yeah. Well, I like the fact that mine have got a bit more detail, a bit of panache about them. You know
Hoity
what I'm
J's
saying, fellas?
honker is so big it has its own gravitational pull, making other noses come closer to him.
Bet Hoity's was one of those kids
Okay, well,
who
I
got
mean-
his nose
Oh,
mashed.
I was
Who got
just-
his nose mashed
Listen.
into the window of the school bus when he looked out in shame, and the resident bully pushed his head into the window.
Why was Keezy's nose annoyed at basketball practice? This is a joke, by the way.
Okay, go.
Because it didn't get picked.
Yeah. Speaking of basketball, old Keezy.
No, let's keep it on nose stuff, shall we?
Keezy had a game last night, Moki.
Oh, we'll get into that later. will we?
Yeah, can't
totally.
wait. Yeah, good.
Shambles.
Look, keep the text coming in on 3483. The Hodaki Big Show Big Poll is already up, and just quickly, after what, 3 minutes? Do you want a quick update?
Sure.
Jace, 45% of the votes.
Holy hell.
Keezy,
But there's-
32.
That could be like 3 votes.
It could,
Do you
exactly.
know what I mean?
Mike, you're coming third on 22%.
Yeah.
Okay. So Hoity J looking like the front runner.
Well-
ahead by a nose.
But let me say, it is so evenly split on the text machine here.
Yes.
And it's evenly split in the room. Like, it could go any
But
way.
do you know what's weird about that? Is that it's evenly split, but your facial features aren't, because like 50% of your face is nose. You know?
I know. And that is a weird thing. The only thing weirder than that is that you've chosen to underline that massive honker of yours with that patchy shit-house mo.
I'm going to miss this, fellas.
We need to get this sorted really quick. She's bubbling now. She's bubbling. Oh, tune.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. Now, I just want to remind people out there about Beervana happening in Wellington on the 18th and 19th of August. We're going to be down there, the Big Show, doing the show live from Beervana. Looking forward to that, actually, fellas.
It's going to be huge crowds there for that show.
Very big crowds. It's going to be great.
Yeah,
and I just like it when we get out of the studio as a team. You know
so
what I
do
mean?
I.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And beautiful Wellington at this time of year as well.
I've heard from so many people, actually, she's been a balmy winter.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be there on the Friday.
Yeah.
Because our show's not on Saturday. So we'll be there August 18th doing the show live. If you're there for the night session, you'll be able to come and see us. I'll be hanging around certainly after the show, going around the old exhibits there.
Keezy. Yeah, Keezy will be hoeing in.
Yeah, having a bit of a sticky beak. No, that's a self-burn. But if you are keen to head along, we've got a prize. It's called 3 Mates to Beervana.
Oh,
If you'd like to win flights from anywhere in New Zealand, tickets to the event as well, head to hodaki.co.nz.
Yeah.
Great beers, all the best brewers from around New Zealand, amazing food and live music.
When are we drawing that?
We'll be drawing that, I'd say, tomorrow.
Tomorrow or
Yeah,
Monday? I
No,
remember
Big
been
Friday.
talking about
Big
Monday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Big Friday, I
Right.
think, Mikey. But just think about that. And as you've stated previously, the accommodation that you get put up in, it's got curtains, it's got
Yeah.
pillows,
Yeah.
it's got duvets, it's got a TV,
Wow. Yeah.
it's got liquid
A
soap,
tea towel. Yeah, liquid
Liquid
soap.
Jace.
soap, a
Yeah.
tea towel,
They got
Hang
little
on.
bars of soap you can take home. There's a TV you can take home. There's a bed you can take
No,
home.
you can't take
Yes.
them
You can
home.
take the curtains home.
Well, actually,
take
just on the curtains.
Actually, you can roll up the carpet, take the carpet home.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
just
totally.
on the curtains. I actually did get an email saying, hey, I heard the guys saying that there's curtains. They are unsure if it's curtains or a blind.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
well, you'll
okay.
be blind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, that's a given.
Well, no, because
I mean,
I'll be drinking responsibly.
Oh, you'll be drinking responsibly.
I don't know about you fellas anyway. When I'm in a hotel room, I always have my curtains open or my blinds open. I don't like feeling like I'm closed in.
Is having
So
you
I
sort of
just-
Do you go bumper to bumper with the window?
Sometimes, yeah, you just smear it across there. The old boss.
you wouldn't be able to, though. Your Schnozz would get in the way, right? You'd just be...
Keep firing away, Keezy. Keep firing away, buddy.
getting all the hits in now. But if you want to win that prize, we are drawing it tomorrow. hodaki.co.nz. Get stuck in.
Yeah, good stuff.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yeah.
Manic Street Preachers there on the radio. Hodaki, Big Show, great to have your company. If you're just joining us, the time is exactly 10 to 5.
Hey, fellas. Exciting news. Fellas. Exciting news, right?
Yes.
Oh, this will be good.
I'm on a
Hey,
new-
Jason, you listening,
Guys.
man?
Pardon?
You listening? Keezy's got
Oh.
it. Can I get the breaking news thing, man?
Oh, it's such a good call, actually. It is breaking news.
This is breaking news.
I've started a new podcast.
Ah.
So good. So you know how I like gaming, like playing PlayStation and that every now and then?
Yeah,
Oh, the computer games, not the other gaming.
Well, a bit of computer gaming or whatever.
Yeah.
Playing PlayStation. Yeah, that's the one, Mogi. Yeah, that's the one. I've started a new podcast that launched today. It's called Extremely Casual Gamers. And it's like funny chat about gaming.
Oh, has
okay.
that been done before?
Nah. It's pretty revolutionary stuff.
Yeah.
You'd be doing that with Pugs then, obviously, since he's...
Oh,
yeah, I mean, he's the ultimate gamer, mate.
He loves it,
He
man.
loves his
look,
gaming.
he's on my radar.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
He's on my radar.
Why, so
I'll-
you're not doing it with Pugs?
No, I'm doing it with these two other people, Guy and Ellie. They're really funny.
Oh, you're saying Pugs isn't. Sorry. Oh, okay.
no, Pugs is funny.
I find
No,
Pugs
Pugs
quite
is
a funny
hilarious.
guy.
Yeah, no, he's really funny.
And he knows his gaming, too.
Yeah, big time.
What happened there that you shut him out?
Well, I didn't shut him out.
Is he
Right.
in there then?
No,
Oh.
no,
So
he's
shut
definitely out. Yeah.
Is there a chance that you can drop one of the other two and get Pugs in there?
Oh,
Or yourself. Cut
Or
yourself
yourself.
loose.
Oh. Well, I think if I was to drop out of it, Extremely Casual Gamers, I don't know if it'd go on, especially if you
right.
brought Pugs in, because he's funny. No, Pugs is really
You're
funny.
saying it'll be at the end of it if Pugs went on.
Oh yeah, I was saying that off air, wasn't I?
Well, you just said it on here.
Did I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just said if you went off and brought in Pugs, then it would definitely go down.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. Because it's at such a high standard right now.
So Pugs would bring it down.
Yeah.
No, Pugs would be great. In fact, Pugs, I want to get you in on the next episode, okay,
Yeah,
buddy?
good. Because I don't want you to be a Hamu.
Oh, I'm not being a hummer. Well, I mean, I did start the podcast, so
Look at Pugs, he doesn't look happy.
No,
no, but he's never happy. That's part of the reason why he's not. Oh, no, your Pugs, definitely, mate. Next episode, you'll be in. But I was just wondering if you guys want to, if you guys be tuning into that, downloading and stuff.
Hell yeah, Keezy.
Thanks, Jace.
What's it about again?
Gaming.
Okay, where do I find it?
Wherever you get your podcast from, you just search Extremely Casual Gamers, and it'll
Yep.
come up there. And you can actually win some sweet
Is
prizes.
it news and reviews and just casual chat, or what are we talking about?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's literally exactly
Exactly
that.
that, right.
It sounds like swingers chat.
Yeah, it's Swingers Chat as well.
Yeah, okay.
You
Good
gonna check
stuff,
it out,
Keezy.
Jace? Jace?
I reckon Jace will probably
Jace.
be dead before he ever listens to an episode for some reason. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Jace? Damn it.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back, you mad bastards. Now, big hour coming up. We've got Dr De Chalain coming in, a plastic surgeon, to do the measuring of the Big Show schnozzes.
Yeah.
And today we will have the official answer, fellas, as to who has the biggest schnoz in the Big Show. She's going to be an absolute doozy.
How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good.
Mike?
I'm also feeling good, Keezy. How are you feeling,
Yeah,
man?
same. Feeling great.
Yeah.
Feeling real good.
So go and, get some
Can't wait.
beers, get your mates together, sit around for the big finale after 5 o'clock.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome to the biggest show on earth.
Our biggest show. The biggest. This is big.
The Hodaki Big Show.
Schnozz.
With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy.
Yeah, welcome back, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Thursday evening. The time is 3 minutes past 5 o'clock. Coming up next on the big show, Dr De Chalain, plastic surgeon who will be... stallion of a man who will be doing the measuring of the big show noses and snouts. And a little bit later on the show, we'll have the final results, fellas.
Hooter tooter, honker beaker snout.
Yeah, beautiful.
This has been an ongoing thing for the past 2-3 months. We all realise we each have massive noses, especially Minogue, and we realise it's open slather.
And that was the thing. It was like, you don't want to bully people. You don't want to separate them from the herd.
No.
You don't want to single anyone out for some kind of a weird defect. And so because we all had big honkers, we could just hammer each other for that. No one would feel bad because everyone else had a big honker.
Yeah.
But it has been going on for a while. There's been conversations amongst the people that own NZME that perhaps it's time to move on from this sort of chat.
Sure, yeah.
Suggestions that all we've got is nose chat as well.
Well, there is a bit of that.
Yeah, well, that was
I don't know what we're going to do without it.
We'll have to shorten the show right up.
Yeah.
But we
One break an hour, I reckon we can manage.
Did you say one beak an hour or one break?
No, one break.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Even the post that we did today saying we're going to reveal the biggest honker at 5 o'clock, the comments on that. For example, Keezy will take the win on length. This is from Scott on Instagram. Jace will be width, and Mogi will win coolest hat. Hoity J's withered legs suggests there is too much blood in the nose for any real leg growth. That's from Jace on the Instagram.
From me.
If it's not Honker Hoyt, then this whole thing is a sham. That's from Ollie on the Instagram. Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, I tell you what, as I said, Mogi, Dr. De Chalain is coming in next. He's out. I can see him out in the office there. He looks official. He looks legit.
Yeah, he looks hot.
He looks very hot.
He's my cup of tea. Can I say that?
Sure.
Obviously, I'm spoken for, but
Can I say also he looks like he's about 60-something.
Huh?
Balding slightly. Is that your guys' cup of tea? It's all good. Just wondering.
Yummy cup of tea.
Well, I'm glad you described him like that as he's just coming into the studio, Keezy.
Yeah.
Good on you, mate. Good one.
He's not going to be happy with you. He might put an extra couple of inches on your honker there.
That's all good.
No one would even notice.
Yeah, I was going to say he doesn't need to, Mogi.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back to the Radio Hodaki Big Show this afternoon. And boy, oh boy, here we are, fellas.
Hey.
Schnozz chat. And it's been going on for a very, very long time. And Keezy's been copping it quite a lot, I think it's fair to say, Mogi. And rightly so.
Although we've recorded all of the accusations... and Keezy had the most.
Yeah, yes, he did.
Well, that's because it's me defending myself against you two.
And that, which means he's taking us out for dinner. But really exciting news. We have an absolute bona fide professional in the studio with us, Dr. Tristan De Chalain. Did I say that right?
You sure did.
Welcome. Now, tell us a little bit about what you do, Dr. Tristan.
Well, I am a plastic surgeon. I do a fair amount of reconstruction, so putting people together after accidents or having had a cancer resection.
Sure.
But I also do a fair amount of aesthetic or cosmetic work as well.
Yeah. Can I just put it to you just off the bat here, blindly, just without any measuring tools? Looking around the three of us here, what's your instinct in terms of the Schnozz here? Who just looking at us just naturally, what's your vibe here? Who do you feel like's got the biggest nose?
Just while you're talking there, I couldn't help but notice what a massive honker you've got.
Side on, hey. Side on.
Well, I have seldom seen three such imposing noses.
So I understand the procedure specifically regarding noses, rhinoplasty.
Correct.
And you're explaining before the show, plasty means anything that you do, rhino specific to the nose.
Correct.
Yes.
Right. And can I just ask really quickly, Dr. Tristan, is there any benefit that you can see to actually having a large schnoz like Mogi has? Is there any? Do people ever come in and say, "Hey, I'd love a big nose"?
Oh, good question,
Well,
Keezy.
one way of looking at it is air is free, and a bigger nose, you get more share of it.
I like that.
Yeah,
see.
Keezy, you'd be raking it in. Another question that I've got just on Keezy over
No,
here.
hang on.
If you were to go to work on him, and obviously it'd be a long-term sort of a job, you had to set aside sort of 12 to 18 months to work your way through it. You make a fortune off it, Dr. Tristan. Would it sort out that nasal way of talking he's got?
I don't have a nasally voice.
I like a challenge.
Yeah. Absolutely. Can I ask you just on that front, in terms of rhinoplasty, how common is that? Would that be one of the more common cosmetic surgeries that you would undertake?
Yes, I think it would be.
Yeah. Right.
It is definitely up there.
And is it mostly males or females?
I'd say about 75% females.
Yeah, right. Because men don't really care, although, in some cases,
Why didn't you
i.e.
see?
these two, they should.
Yeah.
Right.
I was actually amazed because when you came in and I was genuinely curious regarding how do you actually measure the nose, and you just pulled out a simple ruler. Is
Sure.
it really that? But where are you sort of, how do you do it? What are you specifically focused on?
Well, what we use as an aesthetic guide are what are called the neoclassical canons, which are measurements from antiquity, really.
Yes.
And if you look at a nose in terms of proportion, the length of the nose should be about 1/3 if you divide the face up into thirds horizontally.
Yes.
Right.
From the eyebrow to the hairline would be 1/3, from the top of the nose to the bottom would be 1/3, and from the base of the nose to the chin would be 1/3.
Right, so Jace is rocking a third, a sort of a half,
here
a
we
third
go.
situation. And also, you did bring in a little ruler. Is that enough to measure Mogi's nose, or do you need to get, sort of surveying equipment and things like that?
I brought a big ruler.
Oh,
do.
yeah,
A
good.
meter ruler.
Well, Dr. Tristan, I'll tell you what, we'll just hold it there. We'll go to a tune and we'll come back.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back to the Radio Hodaki Big Show for the big culmination of Schnozz chat. We've got the one and only Dr. Tristan De Chalain in the studio with us at the moment, plastic surgeon. So what we're going to do, Dr.
I've got another question before you crack into it.
Yes, do.
I guess there's for me there's a few different ways to calculate what a big nose is, because if you look at Jay's, he's sort of got a very wide honker.
It's massive, yeah.
Keezy's very long from top to bottom, from sort of the bridge all the way down to the end of that massive snout.
Whereas yours is just a
Myself
big
is completely normal. So I guess when you're measuring it, are you going for an overall volume, or what? How will you differentiate? Because although we've all got big noses, they are quite different in their own way.
Sure. One of the things you're looking at is the width of the nose in comparison to the width of the face.
Yes.
So you want proportions. The width of the nose should be about 1/5 of the width of the face, so 20%. We've talked about height, but you'd also want to look at the shape of the nose, and in profile you'd be looking at how much of a hump.
You're in a world of trouble there,
Thank you,
mate.
the profile. So is that something where you'd sort of have a look at the profile there and go from the lip, and how far out here does it come? Away? Or is it
That's the projection of the nose.
projection?
Oh, you're in a world of pain there, Keezy.
And it can be balanced by things like the chin or the brow ridge.
Yeah, well,
Right,
I've got
okay.
quite good brows.
Yeah, well, and just looking around the room, have you got an instinctual desire to change someone's nose? And if so, whose is it and why is it Mogi's?
Where do I begin?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, be along. And just generically in terms of a rhinoplasty in the cosmetic sense, what sort of time frame are you looking at? The operation, then how long after
Why is
that?
that?
before-
Jace is looking to
well,
get on
I'm
the
just
list.
wondering how long Keezy's going to be off work for.
I usually tell people they need to be lying low for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, Keezy.
Pretty hard for you guys to lie low,
You can
though,
do that
because
over
your nose
Christmas.
sticks up. So it's like a shark.
Well, I'll tell
in
you
the
what we're
water.
going to do, Dr. Tristan. We're going to end it here, and in the break, you are going to actually officially measure our noses. Are you comfortable with that?
I'm quite comfortable with that.
Okay,
Right,
shall
get
we,
your
are you
step
ready,
ladder ready.
fellas?
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, let's bring it on.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, the Dandy Warhols there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show, and the measuring has been done by Dr. Tristan
Pretty
De
quick.
Chalain here. He's efficient, isn't he?
Well, he's done a few in his day, from the sounds of it.
Yeah,
so.
very much. So we've got Pugs in with the official
G'day.
results. And g'day, Pugs. How you going, mate?
Yeah, I'm good.
Have you had a little sneak? Have you?
I'm feeling tense.
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like
there's
I've got a lot of power right now.
Yeah, it's a tense moment. But listen, the reason we're doing this, because we wanted to draw a line under it, didn't we,
Yeah.
Mogi? Okay, Keezy, you listening?
Yeah.
Keezy.
What?
Keezy.
What?
Pretty nervous in this,
He's been
studio,
very
I've got to
quiet,
say.
hasn't he?
There's a lot of pacing been going on around here.
My word. The reason we're doing, because we want to draw a line on it, because this has been going on for some time, because this is what the show's been sounding like, fellas.
First 5 minutes, Warriors were
Don't
looking
speak
good.
unless you've been spoken to,
Executing
Keezy.
Yeah,
perfectly,
totally.
Yeah.
getting through their sets
But
every
the thing- I
time.
sort of understand what's
They
happening
had
here.
to
He
kick
can't
it.
help but put his massive honker in where it's not wanted.
10 mil rupees.
What would you do with that?
Oh,
Nose job.
I tell you what I'm watching right now. Old Keezy getting interviewed about just winning the world titles in some third-rate racing car championship.
Formula
I tell you what, he'd have trouble getting any speed up with that honker. You know what I'm saying? What people don't know about me is I'm actually a very generous man.
No, I know, because they've never seen
In
it.
the nose department.
There is a way to work it out, and that
Yes,
is you
there
get
is.
somebody that is an absolute expert in,
Specialist.
in massive honkers, and that is Keys.
Yeah.
I was like, here we go.
Didn't you get like a table tennis ball stuck up one of your nostrils
That's
on
it.
time,
They had to make another rule that if somebody was throwing the ball, Keezy couldn't inhale through his nose at the other end. Get sucked
it
straight
up.
up the bastard there. I think if you got the cash out, and you made a big pile of it, it'd be almost as massive as your honker,
Okay,
Keezy.
yeah.
Well, that's not very much then. That wouldn't get you very far.
They can ask any question they want.
Yeah, totally,
text us
mate.
through 3483, like, how does Keezy stay standing up with all the weight front loaded on that massive honker?
I was making television last night.
Oh, were you on embarrassing bodies because of that massive Schnozz of yours?
Oh, Lordy.
Absolute all-timer.
So,
That one there from Keezy was a...
Yeah, that was a cracker.
He was. You had a
They
good
walked
day
right
that
into
day,
that.
actually.
Yeah.
so how's this going to work? So I think the first thing we need to
I'm a
get...
bit concerned, I've got to say, that most of that was me bagging Keezy a bit, so
Yes.
I've got a feeling that I'm going to be the biggest Schnozz here.
I really hope it is you. So obviously the first thing we need to do is establish who is the smallest nose, right?
Yeah.
Rule that person out. So maybe we'll do that first, Pugs. Is that all right?
Absolutely, that's fine. I've got my folder here that says Pugs Only.
All right.
Yeah.
Top secret folder.
Okay, so I've got the placing
Before
right
you
here.
just give us the results,
Oh, yeah,
because you
sure.
know them, Pugs. Were you surprised? Was there anything that alarmed you?
I can't say that I was surprised
Okay.
by this one.
Okay. So in third place.
All right, here we go.
With a deviation of 24.6% from the normal, Keezy.
Yes! Yes! Oh, get that in here, you big snout weirdos. Oh.
I got a feeling it's me, Hoodie Joe. I think you're okay,
can you
mate.
smell it, can you?
Yeah, I can.
Bet you can.
I can smell defeat.
Oh, my goodness.
So you're safe, Keezy.
I've got a tiny little nose. What was I even thinking? Why was I even worried? Oh, my goodness. This is like winning 100
What was
throbbers.
the measurement there? The 20...
24.6%
I don't know what that
positive
means.
deviation from what the normal is, according to Dr. De Chalain.
So it's still above average.
Absolutely.
Oh, is that what that is?
yeah, so that's 24.6%.
Shut up, Jace. I got the smallest nose.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Get it over and done with.
All right, ready for the number one? We'll go straight to who's got the biggest, eh?
Oh, you
Yeah,
have
straight to the
yeah,
biggest.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right, here we go.
biggest, yeah.
Big old drum roll.
With 26.5%. Hoity J.
Oh, yeah. Captain Honker, Hoity J.
I just want to say, fellas, that I'm humbled.
I can't understand. You're so nasally.
I knew,
At least tearing up.
I knew when you were your arm was leaning towards Mogi that you were going to point at me, and I'm devastated.
Yeah.
I'm gutted, but I'll take it on the Schnozz.
I'd like to say it's nice for you to finally get a win, brother.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Pearl Jam there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show Thursday afternoon, 36 minutes past 5 o'clock. And so, fellas, the doctor has spoken and the results have been decided. If you're just joining us in terms of who has the biggest honker on the Big Show, Keezy. No, Keezy, surprisingly, Mogi, coming in at third place.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
It
Keep
was a bit
telling
of a shock.
Mogi,
A close
second to Hoity J.
A close second to Keezy's third.
Yeah.
And then distantly in front.
Way out on the horizon there.
Old Hoity J. Talk us through the numbers there, Pugs.
Yeah, so do you want all the numbers for the overall, or you want to jump straight into horizontal and vertical?
Just give us how close those percentages
Yeah,
were.
totally. So Keezy, 24.6%. Mike, 24.89%. So
Very
pretty
close.
close there.
Very
pretty
close.
And
And that's,
0.29.
and that's the percentage above the norm,
Yes.
I think.
So,
Yeah.
so norm, I guess, is
Zero.
the term that the doctor used.
Like your
is
nose,
what he
Pugs.
considers.
Like your nose.
Yeah.
That's kind of normal.
Yes.
Well, mine's deviated. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
How
slightly.
did that happen?
Yeah, we were.
You
I
get
don't know.
deduced.
Yeah, probably. And in first place, 26.5%, obviously, Hoity J. So you got a couple of percents there.
Couple of
Difference.
percents there.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Couple of
let's not
percents.
focus on the couple of percent.
No, you just-
Suffice to say, I've got the biggest Schnozz, all right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
how do you feel about that, by the way? Because right now you're taking it on the chin.
I feel proud, actually. I weirdly feel more manly.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Right. Well, they do say big nose, big hose.
They do.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now, whilst I'll cop this,
Yeah.
there is vertical and horizontal as
That's
well.
right, that's right. So those overall ones were calculated from the horizontal and vertical measurements that
Yeah,
Dr.
yeah.
De Chalain made. So if we go into the horizontal measurements, in third place for that, we've got Chris Key again.
Hey.
With
tiny nose Keezy.
17.7%.
Vertical?
That is for horizontal.
For horizontal.
So that's a width, that's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
breadth.
He's
right there.
got a ski ramp, so
Yeah.
Jace.
Second place, Hoity J, 22.5%. And then significantly ahead, we've got Mike Minogue, 32.43% horizontal
It's
deviation.
crazy, isn't it? Because to the eye, all of us, and Jace yourself, you thought you would have the widest.
yes.
But it's to do
But
with
I
the
guess
width
it's
of
in
your face.
it's in proportion to
yes.
the rest of your face.
Yeah, it would be.
So Jace may have a wider nose than me, but in proportion to his face, it looks normaler.
Yes,
Is that
yes.
what we're saying?
So
Yeah,
your
it's
nose
closer to what the norm proportion is.
Yeah.
So your nose is like someone's tried to park like a Hummer
That's
in
right.
a small single
I could-
garage.
yeah,
I
That's
was waiting
right,
for
across
that.
the
I was
footpath.
waiting. But I'm interested in the...
You're interested in the vertical,
Yeah,
are you?
the vertical, because there's got to be a runaway winner there, surely.
It's an interesting flip. So Mike Minogue vertically has the least deviation, 17.35%.
Thank you all. Thank you.
And then
I thought I'd be in the running for that one.
Right.
Yeah?
But instead you're rocking a chode nose.
I've got a wide one, yeah.
it's interesting. Second place, Hoity J, 30%.
Oh, Keezy, that's a
and
shame,
then Keezy
mate.
takes it out, the vertical measurement, 31.5.
31!
1 point. That's massive.
Right.
But it's good. It's been shared around there.
It has.
Unsurprisingly, we each get to hammer each other with something at some point if we
So-
need. Which is what I wanted. I wanted it to be that we each have, one has the widest, one has the longest, and one has the biggest,
And it's
so that
literally
we
what's
can
happened.
all be bagged still.
So yours
it would
is
have
the
been
widest.
terrible if we had somebody that was the widest, the longest, and the biggest.
Well, it would have
That
been funny if all three were Hoyt. That would have been great.
Oh, it
but,
would have been, yeah.
So yours is the widest.
Yep.
Yours is the longest.
Mine's the longest,
the
and
longest.
Jace, yours overall is just a freak show.
So I came in second in both those ones. So,
You did,
yeah.
yeah.
So obviously my overall average, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I get it.
Mind you, I'm going to go and get a second opinion, obviously.
Oh, I wouldn't go asking people to tell you what they think about your nose, mate.
Yeah, I can give you that for free right now if you want.
A second doctor's opinion, thanks.
Oh, yeah. Because I was just going to say it's massive as well, yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast. Radio Hodaki.
The chance to compete in professional racing.
And the Gran Turismo movie.
Dude, this is real.
Yes, indeed. And if you tune into our Instagram account around 6 o'clock tonight, tune in. Go and look at our Instagram account around 6 o'clock tonight. The second challenge is going to be on there. And I believe, fellas, it was the go-karting.
That's right.
I think so, yeah.
So the first challenge was parallel parking, which I took out, which means I'm now in the lead.
Yeah.
Go-karting goes up tonight. Third video's tomorrow. All right, fellas?
Yeah.
And then we decide who the overall winner is. And
Who's the
then
champ?
Whoever voted for that person, they're all in the draw to win $2,000.
Yeah, great stuff.
Now, it's exciting because the movie actually comes out today.
Does it?
Oh, you're joking.
Gran Turismo.
Who's in it?
Huh? Orlando Bloom.
Legolas.
And Ginger Spice.
Ginger Spice, really?
Yeah. So that's in cinemas literally today, so get along and see it. And if you want to win the $2,000, text in either GT Jace, GT Mike, or GT Keezy and vote for who you think's going to win.
I tell you what, a couple of my, just on those videos, fellas, a couple of my mates, the old stock cars there, just giving me a bit of jip about my parallel parking.
Why is that?
Just, you know.
Was it because you totaled two cars, the one behind and the one in front?
Yeah, I totaled both of them. But as I said to the fellas, you know, you don't do much parallel parking and stock car racing, do you?
That's
just
true.
It's all about speed.
Which fellas were you talking to?
My stock car.
Yeah, but which
pals,
ones?
The ones that I race with. Kinsey.
Yeah, but what? Just give me like one name of one of them.
Tim and Andy.
Tim and Andy. Stock car racing? I don't think so.
Yeah, totally, man.
But if,
Brum, brum. They
sound healthy.
Hey, so the winner of this ultimately, though, could win $2,000, yeah?
That's right. So if you'd like to win, it'll get yourself in the draw. Text GT Jace, GT Mike, or GT Keezy to 3483. The third and final challenge goes up tomorrow afternoon, and then we will be calling the winner on this big show. Tomorrow.
Yeah, good stuff. Get into it, New Zealand. It's going to be a doozy. I tell you what, it's tight.
Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Oh, a bit of national to cheer me up, fellas. Great stuff there.
Poor old Woody J.
Yeah, the biggest Schnozz in the show. But hey, plenty more coming up after 6 o'clock. And actually, just on that front, the Hodaki Big Show big poll. Be interested to see what the people were generally thinking before the actual results came out there.
That's right. So to vote on the poll, and it was who's got the biggest nose, Jace, Michael Keezy.
That's right.
Head to the Hodaki Big Show Instagram story, and we'll delve into that and do a debrief after 6.
Yeah, good stuff.
Oh, and what's on tally with Mogi?
Oh, yeah.
So good.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Foo Fighters here on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday night. Now, listen, even though it's been officially decided, Hoodie J has the biggest Schnozz, we did do a Big Show big poll, and I'd be interested to see what the people's vibe was, fellas.
Yeah. Big poll. Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah.
What do you got there?
Sorry about that. It was a bit loud,
Gee
wasn't
whiz.
it? Hey, jeez. God. The big poll is up at the Hodaki Big Show Instagram story. Who is the biggest nose? Mike, 26%.
Yeah, the smallest.
So people have looked at our photos, and a quarter of them think Mike is the biggest. Keezy, 34%.
Yeah.
A third of people that look at our photos think I've got the biggest. Jace with a whopping
40%.
41%.
Yeah. Although I will say that
could be affected.
The photo that goes with that is not particularly flattering of Jace.
Yeah. It's a bit rigged, but also I wonder how much that was affected by the actual outcome.
Yeah, I had a look at it beforehand and it's about the same.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there goes that theory.
So not at all. Yeah.
How are you feeling though, Jay, self-esteem wise? You're all good?
Yeah, good, mate. There's a certain amount of pride, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Well, that's the right nose for your face, isn't it?
That's right, and you've got to own it, fellas, you know?
Because I personally think, I don't think I can make another nose joke now. I think I'm done.
Really?
Now that I know that
yeah.
I'm not in the running, now that I know I've got a regular nose, I don't feel comfortable throwing out insults anymore.
20%. Well, you're 26% larger than the norm. I don't think it's a normal nose, Keys. And I'm not bagging you specifically because I was bigger than yours.
Slightly, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go around strutting around and thinking I've got a little cutie on the front of my head there or anything like that.
Peacocking
Yeah,
with
exactly.
the beak.
Look at my tiny little Schnozz over here.
One of the things I was wondering about with both of you fellas actually is, which I've always pondered, is
Yeah.
do
Here we
your-
go.
do
Here we
you-
go. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Do your ears hurt with the your massive ears and the headphones?
No,
okay.
that's hurtful, Jace.
Jace.
You can't be mean to us because
Yeah,
we've
no,
got big
cool.
ears, mate. That's not on.
Because you've got
Right.
small ears.
Yeah, I've
If
got
you want us to
tiny
bang
ears.
on about your nose for the rest of the year, we could do that.
So no ears? No,
No
fair
ears.
cool.
I
Fair
can
cool.
diss Mogie's ears. He
Yes.
can diss mine because we got big ears.
Yeah, you got massive grandfather ears.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Blue there on the radio, Hodaki, big show this Thursday afternoon. I tell you what, fellas, there's nothing nicer, is there, on a cold, wintry evening with a fire roaring, cuddling up with your beloved next to you on the couch, and turning on the TV and just snuggling down into each other. And with that in mind, we decided a little while back to create a new segment. And that was this one here. What's on the telly with Mike Minogue.
And weirdly, we have a lot of conversations, day in, day out. We're constantly thinking about what do we keep in? What do we get rid of?
Yeah.
What's not quite working? But this has never been on the table.
And the good news is Keezy's still here.
Hey, just like What's on Telly with Mike Minogue, I think our show would be terrible without it.
Yeah, totally.
So
Yeah.
last night I watched Blackadder. You
Yes,
didn't tell me this, Keezy.
What
and this,
season?
this annoyed me last night. Well, I tried to watch the second season, didn't I? But you can't because it's not available in my territory.
Really?
So I had to watch the third season instead. So it's sitting there, it's there, but it's unavailable.
geo-locked. Oh, what?
But every other season is available.
Which is the third season?
The third season is when he's with the Prince of Wales.
Oh, yes, okay.
who's a
Hugh
real,
Laurie,
who's
yeah,
an
yeah.
idiot.
Yeah.
But the second season is my favourite. The bearded
Yes.
Blackadder.
Yeah.
When
He's
he's at his
got like a-
biggest bastard.
He's got a black tunic and a white ruffle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you've got Queen Victoria and all
Very
that.
Sugar and
Oh, it's
spice.
so good. And he's got the nanny.
Yes.
The nanny as well. The Queen's got the nanny.
That's right, yeah.
Very, very funny. But yeah, it's bloody good. A lot more laughter out of the misses there. So good times.
I think actually I have season 2. I think you're right. I went to watch it. It didn't work. So I think I've got it on a hard drive somewhere.
Oh, do you?
So I watched it on that. And then went to... sorry about
yeah,
that.
I was spewing.
I'd just be
if
wary
you've got it,
of-
I'd love to grab that.
I'd
off
just
you.
be wary of getting a hard drive off Keezy, that's all.
What do you think I'm doing with my hard drive?
I get it.
I just worry what's on it, that's all.
Yeah, sure. Well,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to finding out.
Yeah, good stuff. What did I watch last night? The Sperminator.
Well, hang on. You can't give me stick about my hard drive and then watch The Sperminator.
Well, what do you mean?
It's about a killer whale, Keezy.
It's a dramedy.
What is?
The Sperminator. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not a porn rip-off of The Terminator.
No.
Right.
Well, I mean, there is porn in it.
Right.
There was a sex scene.
There are sex scenes, but unlike you, I don't focus on that, Keezy. I'm interested in the story.
Right. So you were so interested in the story, you'd rather watch the porno version than the actual version.
What was the story?
The story.
I think the story is a guy says, I'll be back, and then he comes back.
The story was
On.
some very well-formed human beings in the jungle
Ooh.
being pursued by stallion-like men and
Sounds like the Predator.
babe-like woman.
Were you watching
Um,
Predator?
Oh,
What's
no,
the porno
that was-
version
No,
of that
that's
called?
Predator.
No, that was
Oh.
no
Head Eater.
Sperminator. But yeah, I recommend 5 stars from Hoodie J.
Oh, wow.
I last night I was feeling
Eyes to
I
the
wanted to
front,
watch
Keezy.
something different. Yeah, fair enough. I wanted to watch something different, so I watched a short film from the early 2000s called Beautiful.
Oh, hey!
Hated it. Nah, it's just a guy messaged me on Instagram, one of the Amsterdam dudes, these
Yeah.
guys in
Those
Amsterdam.
guys in
yeah.
Amsterdam,
He's like,
yeah.
can you ask Hoity J about Beautiful, his short film?
Well,
Yes.
yeah, it got nominated all one Best Short, if I remember correctly, and you got
Yes.
nominated for Best Actor. Is that correct? And the film won because you won't know this, Keezy,
Yeah.
but he won a trip to Bali.
Oh,
well,
that's
the director
right.
did. It was given to Jason and his wife there for
For
the
their
honeymoon
honeymoon.
that they never had, and then the Bali bombings happened, and so he couldn't go.
That's right.
All true.
Yeah.
All true. And weirdly, This is how ridiculous awards are. The show that it beat, the short film that it beat was Taika's...
the kid in the car?
Yeah.
Outside the
Are you
pub?
joking?
No.
Which went on to be nominated for an Academy Award.
Yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
it's so good. Check it out, though. You can watch the entire thing, and I will watch it tonight.
Where is it? Have you
on
got it?
NZ On Screen. They've got the full thing there. Yeah.
Right. There you go.
There you go. It's called Beautiful.
Sweet runner.
Sugar and Spice special, that one.
Tune.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Jihad there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday evening. Now, listen, talking of great stuff on the tally, Taskmaster is coming back to our screens. Well, I believe Monday.
That's right. This
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
Monday, 7:30 TVNZ 2.
Also, if you watch it and you get the keyword...
With your eyes.
and you get the keyword, and then you ring the breakfast show the next morning, you could win yourself $500.
$1 million.
That's right. And the reason they do that, fellas,
Yeah.
it's $500, by the way.
$500 million.
Actually, I'd rather 500 Mogi than $1 million.
Right.
Oh, bugger. I had to buy a lotto ticket.
Oh, that's right, because I bought one, so I've won it.
Yeah.
Have you won it?
Yeah.
As long as one of us did.
Yeah, it's 26, 28 or something.
Did we have an agreement to
Me,
split
you,
it
and
three ways?
Pugs have got
Oh,
the-
yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
The
yeah.
syndicate, yeah.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4's a crowd. I reckon 3's a good number.
Yeah.
But hey, if you want to win $500, Jace, because you missed out.
Well, I didn't because I didn't enter. I can't enter. I mean, I'm part of Radio Hodaki,
Then
so I
what
didn't
you
miss
could
out.
do is watch the Taskmaster, 7:30 TVNZ 2 this Monday. Do what you said. Write down the code word. Call Matt and Jerry around about 8 o'clock the
Hey,
next morning.
Keezy,
0800 Hodaki.
Can you just remember the code word rather than write it down? Because
Sure, man.
often in that scenario, go to write something down. Bugger if I can find a pen,
You find
Mogi.
yourself sitting on the couch, don't you? There's no pins on
Yeah,
couches,
yeah.
man.
I say to my wife,
My wife!
have you seen any pens, darling? There were like 5 pens here
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah. God, tell me about it. The reason you want to watch Taskmaster 2 and the reason why you call them the breakfast show the next day is because you know Jerry. You know Jerry?
Jeremy.
Jeremy from the
Oh,
breakfast
Jeremy.
show.
Oh,
Yeah. He hosts Taskmaster. He is the Taskmaster.
Wow.
Cool, eh?
Yeah, so good.
And joining him, we've got Di Henwood, Karen O'Leary, who's the
Karen
funny
O'Leary's going to win.
the funny one from Wellington Paranormal.
Yeah.
The one that carries that show. Melanie Bracewell, you've got Bubba and
Do you know who won
Ray O'Leary.
a Best Acting Award on that show? Wasn't Karen.
Tom
Yeah.
Sainsbury.
Wasn't Karen.
Was it Tom Sainsbury?
Wasn't Karen.
It was a
Jace.
legend.
Wasn't
Let me
Karen,
just
a
say, it was a
legend.
legend of the big screen.
Thank you.
Really? Did he
Yeah.
have a
Small
massive
screen.
honker?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He did.
good on you, Mike. Legend. But Ray O'Leary's going to be there as well. So this Monday,
are they
7:30.
related?
No, they're not.
Are they married?
Yeah.
Oh, thought so.
Yeah, Ray O'Leary and Karen O'Leary are married. The show starts this Monday, so get along. TVNZ2, Monday, 7:30.
Good stuff, Keezy.
Thanks, man.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go, done and dusted. What a show,
Unreal.
fellas. History making.
Yeah, you guys all right?
Yeah,
Yours all good?
Hey, man, we're going to live with it.
It's just how it is, I guess.
Yeah, it is what it is, and just accept it and move on. For sure. Actually, Pugs, can you just package that bastard up and send it straight to the Radio Awards? Thanks, mate.
Yeah, you'll need a big package for Jace's one, mate. I'm talking about his nose, not his downstairs. It made me sound like I think you've got a big downstairs now. Sorry about that.
No need to apologise for telling the truth, Keezy. Moogie, what's your plan tonight, mate?
Oh, you know what? I'm probably just going to go down. We're going to start the fire and snuggle down
Do
in
you
front
have
of
a
the
fireplace?
television. Nah, the landlord gets pissed off.
Oh,
man.
yeah, just burn it in the
Gonna
lounge.
start a fire in the lounge and then watch a little bit of the old telly. They're probably a bit more Blackadder.
So
Keezy?
good. Tonight, nothing. So I'm going to be going home, and me and the old wife there will...
Older indoors. The
Man.
old ball and chain.
Me and my lovely wife, who I love very much, will light a fire in the lounge and
have a
snuggle
fire, do you?
down. Snuggle down and watch a beautiful short film.
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Good stuff.
And then,
Good
we'll
stuff.
see what happens after that.
Yeah, good stuff.
What about you, Jace?
I'm not going to light a fire.
Do you have a fire?
Yeah, I just got no wood.
Oh, got no wood.
Yeah, so I won't be
Oh, that's
lighting
a
a
shame.
fire there. Make love, though.
Oh, so cool, man.
Thanks, man.
Such a legend.
Thanks, fellas. Hey, listen, it's been a pleasure having your company tonight. Make sure you check out the podcast. Also, make sure you check out our Instagram account have all the details and lots going on there from today's show. Until tomorrow, the Friday Throbber. See ya!